Alright guys, welcome back to some more Blood Bowl. This here's a little update due to requests by some coaches of where people are kind of standing in the leaderboards. So we're going to take a quick peek, and this way later at the end of the season we can compare again to see kind of where people jumped up, jumped down, and where their overall standings are. And at the end I might do a little look at the Hall of Fame for some players to see our best murderers, runners, passers, catchers, etc, etc, etc. So, starting off with the G-Man Cup. Personal favorite of mine, due to the fact that it's got a G and Man Cup in it. We're going to hit Division 1, who's in their Week 5. So, let's take a look at the leaderboard right now. Alright, we got Walkerthon with Elven Fantasy, who is just running away with it. 5 straight victories. Super high team value. We got one of my personal favorites, a smash-up team with Dwarfs, Thorn and Company, tailing him second with 4 straight victories. Can be a tie depending on how his match goes this week. Looking forward to probably getting some coverage on both of these ones. We got Skaven coming up, BMG Forever. Also, nice high team value. I'm loving this, guys. I am loving that you guys are not like sitting there going like, oh, I want to trim my team value back. That way I'm not going to induce this. It's like, heck, I want to have a super cool team with all the awesomest players in the world. My favorite. Thank you guys for being awesome. So, also, we got four wins, 1 loss. Still a really good track record for this season. We got Bleeding Hippie coming up in 4th, which right now this would be your playoffs if we were ending right now. So these are our top 4 runners. 3-0-1, waiting on his match to be played for this week. With another awesome team value. So, if we look right under that, we got, I think mine and Remy's top pick, or kind of player that we'd love to have been watching. Van Elcher, tailing right behind. 2-1-2. Not super far behind. Still in range of the playoffs, and we still got 4 matches to go, so anything can happen. He can definitely get into the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl. And I'm really hoping he can. He's been playing really solid, super aggressive, and I love to see it. Falling up behind, we got the only Chaos team, I think, in the G-Man. Monsters of Rock with some kind of wizard. In good position. I don't know how likely it is to make the playoffs. He's going to have to really start pulling some wins out of his hat. And really hoping that the top 4 take some losses for him to get in there. And then we're coming to our maybe getting bounced back to the Division 2 last 4. So we got Anderson, 1-1-3, really close to some kind of wizard. There's a good chance, depending on both these plays, this can go either way. He can climb out of this. Still yet plenty of matches to go. Nameless with Rest in Peace Industry is also really close. I mean, these right here, it's still anyone's game to crawl out and make sure that they are staying in Division 1. Bretonia with Stefan. 0-0-4. It's gonna be a hard one, but keep your head in the game, buddy. You're still not that far away. With only 1 win on both these, it can go anyway, and you still have 4 weeks to prove that. Norel ended up dropping out, I believe, for Denver's last dinosaur. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure he dropped. So he is definitely gonna maintain that bottom spot. All right, so let's go jump over to Division 2. Take a look at the leaderboard here. We got in first place Mount Lamry Cold Bloods, 410. Lizardmen, always a personal favorite. Green Bay Packmasters, Full Metal Alchemist, with some Skavens with 301. Looks like he's still got a match to play, so good chance that he is going to be really putting the pressure on him. Another dwarf team, S-Core, putting the hurt on everyone with 221. Also with a really wonderful, nice high team value. Which I can definitely see, maybe wow, that's put a little bit of a crimp on his playstyle with everyone else's team value being super kind of up and down. But holding a pretty good spot. Definitely not the best spot, and definitely not away from any danger, because we got the bottom of the top 4, which would be going to Division 1 if they can maintain position. Dark Elves by Dimao with 212. Super close. Anyone's game still right here to go up and down. and even the next couple players, Lizard Rhymes being able to pretty much tying for 4th place, depending on how this week's game goes, will move them up and down position, putting him in a chance to get playoff position. Gengar with a 2-1-2, also in the same bracket right here, anyone's game for that 4th spot with the 760 Bretonians. Let's take a look at this because I love the fact that he is doing this. I mean, most of us use Blood Bowl tactics and we kind of see the builds and we kind of go off that. But let's take a look at this team value. He is playing almost like a captain's ball style play where he's got linemen out the door and a couple blockers and some blitzers, keeping his team value as low as possible, but having like just the star players he needs when he needs them. Granted, since he's got some players out, his team value is probably going to get inflated a little bit next match, but he's been trimming the fat. And even though, yeah, I know I congratulated everyone for having super high team values, this is kind of a cool build, and it's really fun to see that he's doing a good job with it. So, just want to throw that out there and get back to Division 2. Sorry, misclick there. So, 2-1-1. Heroes of Law following right behind him. I mean, 2-0-2. Still anyone's game. And then, Epic's game rules actually transferred from the REL. Was a missed sign-up. He's actually an American, and that's why he was having such a hard time playing his matches. I apologize on that part, guys. And then Orcs Bonebreakers coming in, bringing up the rear and 4th with a 0-0-4. Underwood having just a bad season. No, did a really good job last season. Hopefully he pulls some wins together for the rest of the season. Take a quick look at his team and see how it's doing. I'm pretty sure he's got a really solid team. Yeah, he's got a really solid team. He's got that strength, agility 4 blitzer, the right skill ups. I think we got a niggling on one of our niggling on one of our blitzers, which stinks, but still just solid skill lineup. I'm hoping to see some good things coming for him. All right, so let's back at it. Let's go to our last division, Division 3, and let's see who's in the front running to move up to Division 2. All right, I love this. This is a beautiful thing right here. This is such a close division. This is our mostly brand new division. Some people who got, no, I'm pretty sure actually this is all 100% brand new people division. And I love it. It is a super competitive division. So let's start at the top with the Bretonians. Error 40, taking it with 2-2-1. Right under him is another dwarf team. I am going to butcher your coach name, man. Valava. I am so sorry. Please don't hate me. With 2-2-0, meaning this 1-2 spot is just a battle. Same with 1-2-3. I mean, this whole division right here is pretty much a battle. It's anyone's game to go up and down. We got Skaven ratted out with Hamboy with a 2-1-1. We got Lizardman straight out of Lusterier with Don Cheadle 2-1-1 as well. Lizardman. We got the Midsummer Knights with a 2-0-2, and all these right here are still anyone's game to get into the next division. And even these High Elves, Toast Guy, great coach with interdimensional bullshit. Still a good chance of getting up in there. I mean, anyone takes a loss, he takes a win, and it's a straight trade. He's gonna get put right up there. We got the Skaven, Arian Priest with Coco. We've been talking to back and forth. He's had a blast this season. Same place as Toast Guy. Anyone's game. Anyone who takes a loss, he takes a win, and he's gonna pretty much get put right up there. Dream 5 with Dark Elves in the same boat. He needs a couple extra wins, but it can put him in there. And Full Metal Orcs by Dreamland and Gaming still not out of the game either. I mean, 3 draws is 1 point each. He gets a couple wins, and he's gonna shoot right up there as well. And Skinks and Sharks, Skinks and Skanks, beautiful team name, love it, is in that same position. With only 2 losses and 2 draws, a couple wins will throw him right up there. This is a real competitive overall division. It will be fun to keep watching these guys and see who ends up at the top 4 and the bottom 4 too, because it is really tight. And with 4 weeks to go, it is crazy how close it is. I love it. All right, so that does it for our Gman 3 kind of leaderboard. We're gonna back out here. We're gonna go into the REL, which, as you can see from the numbers, it's been a little rough and shaky. So we're gonna start off in Division 1. Go into the leaderboard. We got Emo G's, who is right now the top of the top, the king of the king, with 2-1-1. Following right under, we got the Dota All-Stars with Silly, who's right behind him with a 2-1-1. We got Dwarfs, Alpha Sigma, Sigma Incorporation, King of the Cosmos, 2-0-1. Super close right here for these top everyone, pretty much. This is the same as the bottom division in the G-Man, which I love. I love a really close division. So, it just shows that the seeding is hopefully working. We got Score Masters of Hoth following up right behind with a 2-0-2. Depending on how the game goes with King of the Cosmos right here, I mean, they're pretty much neck to neck. We got Skaven, Pastrycrust with Luminous, who I love as a coach. Fun to watch his games. We got a 2-0-1. He's in that same boat. Depending on how this week's game goes with him, he can get pushed right up into that top 4 and be a contender for the playoffs. We got Lizardman, Cricket's a Horny. Same boat, 2-0-1. All these guys are just, it's going to be a slug match to see who gets to the playoffs, and I really can't wait for the playoffs this year for the REL, because it is going to be just clash of titans, fighting of kings, the best of the best competing, and I hope to see you guys here too with it. Right under him, we got Spoony Bard, 1-1-1, still a really close fight with 5 weeks for the REL since we're a week behind. We got the Lizard Man, who's 0-2-1, which super underdog, you know, no one's special, just Gamba, but I'm having a blast. I mean, I haven't played the best and haven't really scored, but I've just had a fun time, and I really hope the coaches who played me have as well. I know I'm very bad and just like to hurt people. Followed up by Taziku 0-1-3. It is so close that, I mean, with 5 weeks to go, depending on how wins, loss, every win, loss, and draw right here with how close it is matters, is going to put you up and down. So, let's go back. Let's jump over to Division 2. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Alright, so, we got Mr. Mike up here with the USS Suluco REL chapter with 4-0-1 straight wins across the board. He is taking a nice lead in his first spot to go jump up and become a contender for Division 1. We got Brent Talica, super cool name, Soul of Dragonfire, great coach, good guy to play with, a lot of knowledge, loves to share it with 2-0-1. Depending on how his match goes, he's going to put him one step closer. He's right on trail. We got Heavy Metal Elves with Captain Crunch, awesome name as well. Same position. Right here, everything else is just, it is any man's game to get up into this top 4. We got Team Happy, solid coach, got a really good team. I'm pretty sure he's got a Agility 4 thrower, so he's pretty much got an Orc Elf, which, love it. 1-2-0, which everyone overlooks those draws, man, but those are worth something with the 0 points. As soon as he gets a 1, if he wins his next upcoming match, bam, he's right up there. Red ones go faster, 1-1-1, same thing, super close, tight fight for that fourth and third spot. Sir P in the same spot with 1-1-1. I mean, he is trailing. It could be anyone's game. We got High Elves, newcomer to the game, Epic Game Rules with a 0-2-1. Pretty much sitting in the same boat. Any kind of win, any kind of loss, and even those draws will keep him kind of competitive. We got the Ball Warriors by Proto Jazz in the same position. Bioman with If Half Mute Gobs, 0-1-3. Same spot. A couple wins will put him right there, and we have plenty of time to see him come back. And we have Mongrel with the Borderland Bardoms. Same thing. A single win's going to throw him right up here into the middle of the field, any one of them. And then another one afterwards going to put him right up into chances to go into Division 1. So, let's jump to our final division and take a look at that leaderboard. So, we have Humans taking the lead right now. Super close game. I love it. Ordinary Gents. Juju Zombie with 3-0-0-1. Let's see if he can maintain that lead with a win for this week. We got some chaos with the new the New Day Co-op, Kool-Aid Convoy with 2-0-1. We got some Harlequin Dark Elves, JJ Cash 2-0-1. Also a really tight league. I am loving it right here. That no one is running away with it yet. We got Wood Elves, the Black Coats with 2-0-2. The Handsome Jacks with some more humans with 1-1-1. Rootin' Tootin' Cowboys. Rootin' Tootin' Cowboys with 1-0-3. We got Frog 4 with 1-0-2. Dirt and Glitter 1-0-2, and Bitter Vest 0-1-2. Same thing, anyone's game. A single win's going to move anyone. A single loss is going to drop anyone hard. And with 5 weeks to go, it will be fun to see where everyone goes and ends up. So, I'm really happy to see some humans doing some domination and getting some wins. Not a lot of human coaches out there. A lot of people kind of think of them as an entry level to game kind of thing. Like, oh, that's the team you play when you're new. Really fun team to play, and the ability to do a lot with them. Also liking to see this Chaos right here taking a good spot. Love Chaos, and it's really hard to take a Chaos in fresh, so kudos on to you, Kool-Aid Convoy. I really hope the best for you. Keep on keeping on. Alright, so we're going to go back. Let's take a look at some Hall of Fame, starting with Division 1, and just kind of take a look and enjoy. So, we got most experienced players right here, which, you know, is cool, but it's not as cool as most violent players. We got Rexstar the Beastmaster, #1, and then we got some Elves, which is really interesting in Division 1, which I was thinking it was going to be all Lizards, but apparently I am not hurting people enough. Best receivers, we got, wow, best receivers in Division 1 is all emojis. We got Serial Killers, Mr. Lizard Man, kudos in #2. We got Borgers Reports from Alpha Sigma Sigma and Good Charlotte from emojis. This is right here. This player is a player to watch out. +1 strength. Oh, this is just a super strong Witch Elf, and she can kind of go any way depending on how her level ups go. I mean, that +1 strength is will make her a monster and definitely a target for people to bring down. Let's get back into that Hall of Fame. Let's go for best interceptors. We got Score Masters of Hoth. We got Draco from the Fire Breathers, and Worst Poetry Ever. Another player also to watch out for on. Oh no, this one's not the one I was thinking about. My bad. Sorry, you're just a regular kind of guy. He's got another player on there, Agility 4, I believe, or Agility 5, I believe, and that is just a beast as well. Someone to look out for. His team's got a stand-up amount of players. We got the Biggest Brutes, Good Charlotte again with that Strength 4. We got Cookie Bar with the Pastry Pest, and Shrudo with the Pastry Pest. Let's take a look at Cookie Barber really quickly. Nothing super special, but he just must have Nuffle's blessing to be putting people down and putting the boot in them. Alright. So we got Biggest Bruise, Best Throwers, Draco by far. We saw that in the last match that he is just passing and passing and passing. Lewin Fairarm, who's gotten a couple honorable mentions in that 3rd place. Definitely going to take a look at him later and see how he does. We got our best rushers, which is Zolt of Hall from Dota All-Stars, Bufaretto from the Pastry Pest. As you can tell, I'm really terrible at reading. You guys have crazy names, so I hate you all, but it's cool. We're still besties. Worst Poetry Ever from emojis. And then best passers, best scorers, most matches played. That's a super one. Everyone's super close on that one. And then the best punching bags, which is, I haven't actually gone this far back. Best punching bags, the worst award to win. You, sir, get punched the best. Alright, let's head back. Oh no, whoops, sorry. Let's take a look at some of the other divisions, see what we got. So we got in Division 2 with most experienced. Ozzy Osbourne from the heavy metal is Mr. Grin. Most violent, we got Frost. We got a Wood Elf and another Lizardman. Probably gonna keep this as the top 2 divisions, otherwise this video is gonna take forever. We got Lars Ulrich from Heavy Metal Elves, best receivers, and some orcs, which is always fun to see. We got some orc passing game going on, obviously. We got the red ones go faster, taking the spot for most murders. Best interceptors. We got a nice orc. Biggest brutes. We got some more lizardman action. Nice to see a tree getting some recognition. Trees normally don't get to do a lot of punching. And a blocker. Best throwers. Once again, orcs. This is the most elfy orc I think I have ever seen ever be played. We got some best rushers, best passing, best scorers. Woo! Look at that. Skinks galore for best scoring. And then most matches played, and you get punched the most in the face. So back out, we'll take a look at the Gman, and we're going to wrap this video up, and I will see you all later. So, Hall of Fame for Division 1. Most experienced players, congratulations. Most violent players. Whoa! We got a rat up there, because everyone knows rats are dirty. Best receivers, we got the elfiest orcs from Rest in Peace. Obviously taking number 1, being some high elves. Bretonnians, which is always cool to see. Some elven fantasy taking the serial killer spot. Thorn and Company, expect nothing less from some orcs, and the same with some rats. Best interceptors, these Gashodon orcs, man. I love it. Best interceptor from, I have to kind of look at this, from a runner. I love it right here. This little man jumping up, taking it down, doing his team proud. Biggest brutes, once again, some rats, rats quasi expected. I'm actually expecting a little more out of these dwarfs to be brutes, but look at that, we got some agility brutes. Best throwers, best rushers, best passers, elfiest orcs ever. Best scorers, nice to see John Crackham on there. Not the star player on high sales, but definitely an up and coming. Definitely got to watch out for. And then most matches played, and Hurt Me Please over here. Let's go jump over to Division 2, run through this really quickly. Best punching bags, Witch Elf. That is not what you want to see up there. You do not want your Witch Elf getting punched in the face all the time. Most experience, most violent. Now this is what I expect right here for most violent. You got lizards, you got orcs, and you got rats throwing some punches. I know people don't think of rats as punchy people, but I think so, especially when they can get up there and level. Best receivers, we got a nice goblin taking the lead. Love me some goblins, and a blitzer. Some serial killers. Nice. Some lizards up there doing some murder in Green Bay Packers with Julius Caesar. Wonderful name. Best interceptors with some orcs. What is with these orcs and throw and intercepting? This is ridiculous. We got the biggest brutes. Best throwers again. Orcs taking it. Best rushers. Love me seeing some short foots right there getting the most rushing yards. Best passers. That's what I like to see. Some dwarf passing. Never expected. Always works well. Not really. Best scorers. Most matches played. And that's it. Alright guys, I hope you liked that. If there's anything you'd like to see or me to talk about more, just let me know. I'll try to get another one of these videos out in maybe 2 weeks from now, so we can kind of see where people are standing. Other than that, I will see you all around later.